How do you make an interior trim package perfect? You hear that sound? In the gym right now, sanding out all the original home ridges in the wood. He's sanding them down smooth right now. That's the original wood. The new MDF that we put on the wall. The top piece is an architrave. That's what they call it. And this particular trim we used here, this is actually just some 1x3, just regular MDF flat stock. All the joints are caulked. Right here on the architrave, this is sanded down with a sponge sander to kind of close the gap a little bit, make sure all the surfaces are smooth. And this actually is caulked. This is caulked. The exterior is caulked here. The interior of the door. Now this is interesting because we actually have a few reveals here. We have the door jamb, which is here. Okay. The second piece, look at my index finger, this piece right here, this was an extra piece that we installed because the original thickness of these walls are wider than 2x4 modern day construction. So this door jamb here was designed for modern day lumber. A 2x4 is 3.5 inches wide. But this particular wall, 1963 construction, had lath and plaster construction. So the drywall was actually a little bit thicker from the way they did it. So we installed this filler piece right here. And this was actually just, we took some 1x3 stock and we actually just ripped it down. Ripped it down to the size piece we needed. Like 3/4 of an inch or something like that. Right? So we extended the door jamb, but we decided not to make this piece smooth with the door jamb surface because we'd have a joint down here and it would be obvious that we made an extension to the door jamb. So instead we put this piece in with a little bit of reveal, which just made it look more detailed, more characteristic. You're not going to notice that that was necessarily an extension because of a problem, but maybe a nice designed upgraded door jamb, if that makes sense. Okay? So the major nail holes, what we decided to do on this house was the nail holes, and right here, look at my finger, there's a nail hole here, there's a nail hole here, you know, there's periodically a nail hole, right? So we decided to use spackle on the nail holes, and where the spackle didn't cover perfect, we came back with this red spot putty glazing material that you can get at any auto shop. Spot putty glazing, and we use it. You know, we just use a putty knife and put that over the nail hole after we spackled it. So we spackled it, we've sanded it, and we're still not happy. Our eyes are seeing that nail hole spot putty it. Now look, it's just a red glob, and we'll come back in the next video and show you the primer paint and then the finish coat paint, and you're not going to see any nail holes at all. You're not going to see the red putty. You're not going to see anything. It's going to look completely smooth. Okay? Spot putty glazing. That's the pro trick. Look at this one right here. I don't know if you can see it. My eye can see this nail pop right here. I don't know if the video is showing it or not. It's not showing up on my little screen. I should spot putty that one right now since I noticed it. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to come back and see if after finish coat, right here, remember, it's just the first doorway in the hallway. We're going to see if, in fact, we see a nail hole there. Okay? Let's keep looking here. 4-inch flat stock base. I put a blue tape on the wall anywhere I saw an imperfection that I didn't like. Okay. Here's the corner. Check this out. This corner of the base, I was not happy with the elevation difference between the base on the wall and the casing on the door. This joint right here. This joint right here. See this? You see a line there because of the crack that we had in the way it dried. But once we paint it, you're not going to see anything. What we actually used there was auto bonder, right? From the auto parts store. Buy the Bondo. It comes with a little bit of hardener. You mix it up a little bit. Now you got hard Bondo that dries within 5 minutes. Fill the joint with that. Make it the elevation you want. Make it all one. Be careful. Put it on right the first way so you don't have a ton of sanding. But that was auto bonder. So far we've used 4 products: caulk, spackle, spot putty and glazing, and Bondo with a hardener. That's 4 products already. So it takes quite a bit to get a really nice trim package. And it looks like hell before you paint it, right? Every joint, man, when you don't like something, put the proper product on it so you don't see these joints at the end. That's good. That's good. The spot putting glazing sands pretty well. The Bondo with the hardener does not sand very well at all. But, you know, all I was trying to do here with this little spot putty piece right here was to hide that, to hide this joint right here, right? I just want to hide that joint right there. I want it to look all like one. That's just my only goal. This here, I caulked. See this little piece? I don't know if you can see this little imperfection. I'm gonna wet my finger. I only made this caulk joint 2 hours ago. I'm gonna try to get that latex caulk to get soluble a little bit. Here it comes. I'm just using spit right now as a liquid. I could dip my finger in water, but okay, I can feel it right now rubbing. I can feel that caulk become soluble again. Okay. Can you see that little imperfection that I'm trying to work out right now? There's a little imperfection in the caulk. Right there. Right at the end of my finger. I'm going to keep working that until I get that imperfection out. If I don't get it within a couple seconds here, I'm just going to go grab the caulking gun and redo that joint. Come on. Just really want this to work for the camera here. I'm going to push a little harder. That's 100 times better. It's perfect. Come on. I'm going to make this my index finger. I can taste the caulk in my mouth right now, so I know I'm making this thing soluble. Okay. That's pretty good. That's not that bad. Before I paint this, I'm going to take the paintbrush. I'm going to take the trim paintbrush and paint this caulk joint, especially where I did the repairs. I've already done the rest of it. But where I've done the repairs, I'm going to take the wall color right here. I'm going to take the wall color and paint the top of this trim and this caulk joint. So when I mask the top of this trim and paint the trim, we're only going to get 2 colors, trim color and wall color. We're not going to get any of that repair color or anything. It's going to be perfect. Okay, this Bondo. I got some ridge here. I left this blue tape. It means I got work to do. I left that blue tape where I need to do just a little bit more work. I need to sand this out just a little bit, and I will. My battery's dying right now, so I'm going to let you go. But hopefully you learned some tricks. I've already pretty much explained what we've done with the caulking and the spackling. You can see all the repairs we've done to make this part perfect. And we'll come back and show you the primering in the next video. Lots and lots of work.